listening to Realist. It is a bye week. We are ready to break down and diagnose college football and the entire landscape coming off the high of the big Tennessee win. Oklahoma in the playoff picture, but on the outside looking in, according to the playoff committee, we're going to get into that. We're going to talk about a lot of that. I'm Steve.
Lucas.
Jay.
Connor.
All right, guys, we got some audience members. Very grateful for that. We got Dave and Mike over here that they're gonna chime in later. We're gonna be putting them on the hot seat and do some quizzing.
We all just met these guys for the first time.
For the first time. Hey, now they're on the pod.
Wild. So if you guys want to,
Literally no one has ever met them before tonight.
We don't normally bring strange men on the pod.
You know, there's a first time for everything. They're
out.
from Florida. There's a lot of recruiting that goes on in Florida. I think it was a good move structurally.
We're going to be playing in Florida
Mm-hmm.
every 2 years. Well, every 4 years.
Every 4 years.
Yep.
Well, plus all of the times we're in the Orange Bowl
True.
and et cetera.
Yep.
So
Gator Bowl.
that kind of leads us into a lot of the discussion. I think maybe we should just start with that. Let's talk about the playoff committee, the grand poobahs. They got together. We got some white smoke that came out, and they came out and gave us their top 12 plus the remainder of the top 25 actually. And OU was 14th.
12.
But effectively 14th when you add in 13th, I guess, when you add in the automatic charity bid that it looks like Memphis is going to get.
Now, it would have
been 14th because there was no ACC team in the top 12.
Yeah, that's right.
that's
I knew it was
too.
14th. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
It would
14th.
have been 14.
Yeah. So
Memphis is not in the top 25?
No.
There's no non-P4 team that's in the top 25.
So you've got, here's the contenders right now, according to ESPN playoff probabilities: North Texas, Memphis, Texas State, and
USF.
South Florida. And so all those teams suck and don't deserve a shot at it.
Beat some real teams.
Whatever. They've had a couple of games,
Yeah.
right? You know, that's in my mind, that's absolutely
Who did they
pathetic.
beat?
Florida
Florida
and Florida State. And
Yeah.
then lost to Miami.
Are we? How impressed are we?
Florida State's four.
No, did they beat Florida State? I don't think they beat
No, I
Florida
don't think
State. They beat
Florida
someone on the first night. Boise State.
Lost to Alabama.
They beat Boise State.
They lost out. They lost to Miami. Oh, yeah, it was Boise.
So not that good of a resume.
Right.
No.
And none of them have that.
And
great of a
to the
resume.
committee's credit, like they didn't recognize any of them as having a good enough resume to be in the top 25. However, it just underscores the fact that the model, how it's set up, is flawed.
They need to play in
Yeah.
NIT.
South Florida beat Boise and then Florida and then lost Miami.
Yeah, lost to Miami.
Yeah.
and it wasn't super close against Miami, a team that looks worse and worse every day. But there were bigger, egregious problems, if you ask me. Notre Dame ranked in front of Texas and Oklahoma.
Yeah.
I think that's a joke.
They
That's
played
ridiculous.
3 teams all year.
And again,
they won one.
And it goes back
Yeah,
to
and one of those teams is looking worse
I
every
mean,
day.
USC's their only good win.
And
They
their
lost-
only good loss.
Yeah. I mean, Miami's still 6-2. They're not terrible.
well, but
They're not
it
terrible, but it's
goes
not super quality.
it goes back
not
to
a
the
great
fact
loss.
they lost early.
Yeah.
And that helps. Like the committee comes out and says Notre Dame looks good.
They said they passed the eye test. What
Why are
eye
we
test
doing the
you
eye test
looking
right
at?
now?
Were you looking at the fact that with a 1-7 or whatever they are, Boston College, they were in a game till deep into the third
Who's their
quarter?
best win right now?
What are they looking at?
USC?
USC.
That's it.
Not a great win.
No.
No,
Yeah.
It's a good win.
they have good losses.
It's a good win. One good win.
But the good losses
loss.
are trending downwards right now.
And they're not
Except for
great
A&M.
losses.
A&M will see.
A&M looks like a
Miami is trending down more and more as a quote unquote.
let's say
but,
that again.
but if you have
A
to go,
good loss. That's
Yes,
the best we
exactly.
can say is the second best thing about their
Right.
schedule is a good loss.
so not to get too far ahead of
Come-
anything, but if they're looking at good losses, right?
we
If
have
O-
two of the best.
Okay, but would OU want to lose to Alabama and win your last two versus beat Bama and lose to Missouri and then beat LSU?
Well, of course not. Yeah.
Why? You can have a good loss.
I mean, you're probably not getting it at 9-3 anyway, so you have to win the next 3.
But you
We'll
get what
talk
I'm saying.
about that in a
But
second.
you get what I'm saying. Like if they're looking at
Maybe.
good losses, it's the stupidest metric you can go off of.
It is dumb.
Because even Oregon, I know they have one less.
Oregon looks really weak.
They have one less loss than we do.
Right.
But they haven't
Who
done
they
anything
played? They haven't played anything.
because they're getting credit for beating a Penn State team who
Who's
fired
stuck.
their coach 2 weeks later.
in overtime again, and they're awful.
Yeah. So Oregon has no wins.
Mm-mm. There's a lot
I
of
don't care
weakness
if you have
out
one
there.
loss.
They beat
They have
Oklahoma
no
State.
There's a lot of weakness out there. And
Indiana has no
It's
win.
very frustrating. Indiana, yeah,
Indiana has Oregon.
Oregon is it? I mean,
Yeah, we were just talking about how
so in the
overranked Oregon.
yeah, exactly. In the Big
They beat
10,
Illinois. They were ranked at the time.
in the Big 10, you've got three
Like
teams.
50.
You've got, and they're questionable: Indiana, Ohio State, Oregon, and already we're into the questionable territory. And then after that, it starts to become a pretty steep drop off. So how everything breaks down and rolls out, will a lot of this will shake out.
Notre Dame, in my mind, sorry to cut you off,
No,
but
no,
Notre
go ahead.
Dame, in my mind, they can't really increase their stock too much unless people want to put
No, there's nobody. There's
There's
no
no-
games.
so
Their only chance is Pitt.
In
So
I think in FPI, they're number one in the entire FBS to run the table from here on out.
right, and then they should.
66% likely.
And so if OU goes and runs the table, if Texas goes and beats Georgia and beats A&M, both of those teams are naturally going to jump Notre Dame.
Right.
I mean, you could
you would hope.
they would.
They would.
They
They
would.
would. Definitely.
And you could see, I mean, there's a world where Notre Dame doesn't get in. 'Cause I think that 10 mark
Yeah.
is probably their ceiling of about.
I'm telling you, a 9-3
Oh, I know.
Oklahoma is competitive against a 10-2 Notre Dame in the committee's eyes. I have faith
If
in that.
it's
Man,
if
there's just
so
so many-
Bama.
There's so many teams
Right,
in front
right.
of us who have
Not
less
if not if
losses.
one of those is Bama though.
Yeah.
you
On the
can't
road at Bama,
if you're gonna lose
mid-November.
another game, it has to be bad.
And the Texas loss is iffy because your quarterback.
No, but if,
plays are-
no, I'm saying
Right.
if you're going,
Which
if
they
you're
should
going
give us
9-3,
credit for, and they're not giving us credit for, even though they talked about other people having their center out.
Mhm.
No one talked about, they didn't talk about OU having their quarterback out for not practicing for 17 straight days before the biggest game of the season at that point.
which is why you go back to you don't play them.
Yet again, Jay was right. We will acknowledge that. Yes, he was. So let's talk about a 9-3 Oklahoma making the playoff. I don't think it's impossible at all. I actually think
I don't think it's
there's a
impossible.
lot of ways it'll happen. It could happen.
I don't think it's likely.
I think it's really, really, really slim.
I don't know
I think
if
there's going to
it's
be
so
too many SEC teams
That's the problem. We
that
could be
have
the
two
fifth.
losses.
We could be the fifth SEC team that way.
Yeah.
No, I think there's a lot of worlds where we're the fifth SEC team, and that's where we're getting in. If we're the fourth SEC team at 9-3, we're getting in.
Well, but were there any
The problem,
lost teams in the top 25 last night? I don't think there was.
Any 3-loss teams?
And again, that doesn't. It's not.
Yeah,
It's not.
but
a little
we're
early.
too early.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, but it's like, I just feel like there's so many teams in front of us, not even just in the SEC, but in college football holistically, who are in that upper tier who have less losses than we do. It would be difficult for us to, in the committee's eyes, Oklahoma just doesn't get the respect that
there's also not.
others do.
I'm not sure anyone even has our wins at this point.
I agree. Agree.
I don't think they're
And I think
counting our wins for
so.
what they should
People
be
like
counting for.
ESPN is
all we
talking
really
about
have
it
is
right now.
Michigan and Tennessee.
And
No,
all,
but nobody else has.
Auburn's not in
Auburn's-
But it was a ranked win.
Auburn's
No,
3 and
But
5.
it was a
No,
ranked win.
but we have two. Like, there's not many other teams that have it.
and one of them's on the road.
Yeah.
And
So
Michigan,
I'm saying we have 2 good wins.
Michigan and Tennessee both should just keep winning as well. Like, those are going to just
Yeah.
keep getting better.
Should have beat Ole Miss.
Yeah.
So looking at that and looking ahead for some of these teams, some of them are running into reality really fast. I think Virginia is going to run into reality. I think the ACC. One of the things we got to hope to get OU in one way or the other probably is just 3 teams emerging from the Big 10, Big 12, and the ACC combined. So either 2-1 or 1-2.
If you could just get one from each, would be.
If you one from each would be
I don't
huge.
think. I don't think the
I'm
ACC
saying-
is pulling more than
I'm
one
saying
team.
2-1.
I
is-
think it's
is a
2
good
Big
chance.
12 and 1
I think it's 2 Big
ACC.
12 and 1 ACC. If I had to say
And,
today,
and even that is difficult. So if you look at who they play,
doesn't
it's going to
matter.
be hard
Right.
for that to even happen.
And you'd
Short
you'd
of
know.
someone winning the stupid conference who shouldn't.
Well,
win
that's the
it.
thing. You could have like a number 20 something Pitt
You
go and
could.
win the conference championship.
You could have
Clemson did
three
last year to
lost
get in.
teams.
Yeah.
Like, they beat SMU
that.
and got in.
We're a
Right.
3
And
lost
then
team.
SMU got in as well,
Yeah,
if you're German.
yeah, if you're German. So that's difficult for OU because of where they start us in the rankings. But when you look at Ohio State and Michigan and the rest of the Big Ten, so Ohio State, they basically punched their ticket. Indiana's basically punched their ticket.
Yeah.
So kind of a prelude to locks of the week, maybe, or to just look at potential upset losses.
I mean, Ohio State could lose to Michigan
They could lose to Michigan. It doesn't
and
matter.
lose to
So
Indiana.
what I'm getting
I
at,
think that
Well,
could
yeah.
keep them out.
well, that could
That'd
keep
be
them
2
out.
in a row
That could keep them out.
at the end of the season.
That could keep them out if that keeps them out of the Big Ten title.
No,
for
if they lose to
sure.
Michigan and they lose to Indiana in the
In the title, yeah,
championship
because they don't
game,
play regular
because that
season.
would be 2 end of season losses.
I
I don't
don't-
know how you put someone in.
Yeah, I mean, well, okay. I see the argument. Unfortunately, I don't see the committee understanding that logic.
They
But I
put-
do
they
think
put
you're
them on.
right with a team that hasn't really been tested. What's Ohio State's best win?
Texas.
Texas? How good is Texas?
And they
Arches-
barely,
Arches first
And they
game.
barely
They were better
won
than
an
us.
early game in the season.
early
First game of the season,
first game
early
for
arch.
Yeah.
all of it. Yeah.
So with Ohio State, who if they think they punched their ticket, they could lose to Michigan. Indiana could not cover the spread. I don't know how they're going to lose the games in front of them, but it could happen. So
Indiana could be.
there's a lot of weird stuff that could happen, for sure.
That's so crazy.
Which gives me some excitement and some hope as I look out and look at OU's chances. But obviously, if OU just takes
Just
care
win.
of business and wins,
Just win.
then that takes care of itself real easily.
If you win out, you are probably hosting.
You have a home
Oh,
playoff.
if you went out, you're either hosting or you got to buy because you're in the SEC
I
title.
don't
I
think,
think you're in the
SEC
5 to 8
title.
range and you host.
I don't know if we can make the
To get into the SEC title, I was looking into that a little bit.
There's a whole bunch of ways to get in.
There are
Yeah,
ways
but
to
there's
get
a-
it.
there's a
If
lot
you
of ways to
win
not
out,
get
if you win out, you don't need that much help. You need one of the two teams that is in front of us, and we're like one more loss for Alabama, and we got the tiebreaker over them.
Who's Bama's? One more outside of us.
Outside of us?
Okay, so us
like
and then
Auburn.
someone else.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
but then you've got to have A&M who loses 2 games.
Well,
You don't have to. We play A&M.
We don't play A&M.
No, you would play A&M in the title.
Okay, well, yeah, fair.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. In the title.
Or A&M loses and we play Bama on a repeat.
So it's who? So you.
I mean, OU and Texas can rematch.
Mm-hmm.
But like you got.
I like
If they
that.
both went out, there's a chance that it's a rematch.
Ole Miss is not going to lose a game from here on out.
No,
Well,
Ole Miss is definitely.
they have
They
the
might
Egg Bowl.
actually be. I said Notre Dame. Ole Miss actually might be the number one, likely to win out at this point.
Hey,
They're both up there.
Hey, the Egg Bowl is not going to be easy.
No, I'm not saying.
No, that's true.
I'm just
That's
saying
true.
that would be
But
one. It would be one conference.
Their
loss,
probability of
probably,
winning is really good.
That'd
Be
be
two.
two.
It'd be two.
because they lost to Georgia.
Yeah.
How did they lose to Georgia?
How did a lot of things happen? Like OU has been really close and competitive in 2 losses, and then to add insult to injury, they've had their chief rival Texas squeak by in 3 damn games. Just give me one of those losses, especially against Mississippi State.
Yeah, that one.
That's so pathetic.
Yeah, kicking to the damn punt returner that had 3 touchdowns the 2 previous games made no sense.
I mean, if you tell
You just
me,
kick that ball out of bounds.
tell me everything
Texas
about
does
that
not
game.
win that
Tell me
game.
Arch is going to go out with a concussion when they still are down and they're going to win. Now, I know they were in scoring position, but still,
I mean, that was
So
ridiculous.
frustrating.
They ever kicked to that guy.
Who do they
Everything.
have? Who do they? Are they by? Are they on by?
they're on bye. Yeah. Same-
So
same
we
as us.
play Bama at 2:30, and then they're the game after at Georgia. So OU and Texas have a chance to make the
Wait.
SEC
Crazy.
great.
Just
Just
insane.
completely
And
flip the script.
the SEC, I don't know the word I'm looking for, but originals or whoever. If you
Well, the
have,
originals include Tulane, so
okay, if you have OU at Bama and Texas win at Georgia, they're gonna lose their mind.
oh yeah.
Let these other 2 teams in that were the top of the Big 12. What are we doing letting these guys in? We already had a tough conference and you made it harder.
That's an ignorant comment because that's exactly who
That's
you
why
want
it's still off.
in
They
this
were
world
saying
of
about us
football.
last year,
That's what you want in this. Who are you going to invite in?
I want the
Texas
Big 12
Tech and
cakewalk. I don't know
Oklahoma
what you
State?
guys are talking about.
You want what?
I want the Big 12 cakewalk. I don't know what you guys are
Look,
talking
you know,
This has been
but that-
so fun though.
But that's from the standpoint of the SEC.
You know
in the
every
future
coach-
of football, it has to go.
every
this way.
coach in the SEC that's at an Auburn or Kentucky
Oh,
or South Carolina was like,
absolutely.
"We're bringing in who?"
Yeah,
Like,
it wasn't
what?
just A&M with that reaction. It was
Yeah, they're like, "Are you kidding?"
like, ouch.
Yeah.
And every AD was money.
about. Yep.
That's the other part of it. To circle back to the beginning of the 12-team playoff, you get in a Memphis or somebody else, and let's say that a Texas or an OU is the first team out of the playoffs. Yeah. The fact that you have an Arch or a Mateer or a Texas and an Oklahoma at home replaced by Memphis
Exactly.
for a playoff game,
Exactly. That's ridiculous.
Nobody wants that.
Nobody wants that. It's
Because nobody thinks Memphis is going anywhere.
it's an insult to the sport. The automatic bids from the conference champions is an insult to the sport. It'd be like in the NBA if you said, you know what, I know that pick a team, the Atlanta Hawks finished 27th in the league. We're gonna let them into the playoffs anyway. We're just gonna let them in, and we're gonna see how they do.
Yeah, see if they can go on a
Yeah, see what they can go on a run.
Yeah.
I mean, Arizona State got a bye last year.
It's even worse than that. Actually,
Boise got a
Boise got a bye.
Well, yeah, it's even worse
Freaking
because
Boise.
in
And
the
it's screwed
in the
Oregon.
professional league,
Yeah, Oregon.
the spread is pretty tight. In this league, they don't have any chance of going anywhere.
No.
It's ridiculous.
Well, not to win 3.
So that's why I
or
hope
4.
whoever emerges from that group of 5 or whatever they're called today, I hope they get utterly destroyed. I hope it is 73-0 and they are humiliated and they're running the clock and it's mercy rule all the way down.
Well, for me, it's not even that I don't think Memphis can give someone a game. I mean, those kids are going to play their ass off.
Yeah, watch them go win, right?
Right. Well, they could maybe so, but they're not going to keep winning.
Uh-uh.
But even with all that being said, nobody wants to really see that.
No one's interested.
Even if Memphis could win or does
Right.
win the game, but nobody
Right.
cares. The fact that you have an Arch or Mateer sitting at home or those brands
Mhm.
not there for the advertisement money, the viewership, the intrigue, the talks leading up to it, everything that encompasses what the playoffs are,
Mhm.
to have those biggest schools on the outside looking in for a Memphis
Mhm.
is just,
No, it's ridiculous. It's
pretty-
bad for the brand.
pretty
It's
bad.
bad for everything.
and no one could look at you with a straight face and say
Uh-uh.
that, oh, you were Texas couldn't actually go on a 3 or 4 game run.
Right.
Memphis won't go on a 3 or 4 game run.
Right.
They might win one.
I mean, I'll look at you in the face and say, "Oh, you can't go on a
But
game run."
of those 3 teams,
Rational people.
of those 3 teams, you know,
Right.
the Blue Bloods have a better chance.
And if not, if OU slips up, if Texas slips up, it's not like there's no one behind them to take their place and have the same argument, be in the same position to say we could do that, whereas there's no chance these other teams can do that. They're in a different echelon of football.
And everything is tied to TV deals and rights to TV. Like, who's in the room? Who's the little guy in the room saying, "You gotta have a group of 5
right.
Yeah,
in
who
there"?
fought so hard for that?
Like, and why?
I don't
Yeah,
understand.
which one of those schools have power to do that?
Yeah.
I don't
Well,
know.
Boise?
I don't either.
It's
Or
the
it's a
conference itself.
combination of the conference, I guess. But
I
like,
guess at some
I
point,
mean, the
push
AAC.
comes to shove, and the SEC and the Big Ten in particular continue to exert their will. And I think that's the writing on the wall, that the future is they're going to say, look, guys, we are this level of football. You're not. You're out. You're going to do whatever we say if we want you in. And they're going to create a league that one way or the other, either create a formal league or they're going to basically say, we're changing it so that, hey, you want
Make it
in?
formal.
That's great. You got to be in the top 12.
then
Like
go schedule 3 Power 4
Exactly.
opponents.
What's it you
That's
can do?
non-conference.
So if USF had beaten Miami, right?
Then
Then you can talk about they
assuming
should probably be
they run the table.
sure,
Sure.
right, but they would
Assuming they're
also
good
be
enough.
ranked fairly high.
Oh, right. It'd be top
That's kind
10.
of what Boise did last year, though.
It is.
Right.
But they didn't play any non-power. They didn't play Power 4 people. They didn't play Power 4 teams. They just dominated every game they played and were undefeated.
Right.
Which,
They
like,
played,
As
They
the
played-
at-large
I
bid,
think they played one Power 4 team, and I don't know if it was a good Power
I don't
4
think it
team.
was.
It was just a Power 4
Right.
team. Like, all right, so
I don't think in any
Arizona?
world they should have been the number 4 seed.
Mm-mm.
And a lot of that was tied to Gene T and his Heisman campaign, I think.
Yeah.
Like, I think it was this is beneficial from a ratings
Right.
perspective because we have a Heisman runner-up and a Boise State team that is unbeaten. But, like, it's so silly to me. And to strengthen this argument that we have, we need whoever gets in to go get waxed in their first game.
Yes.
Like, we
Yes.
need them to get demolished
But how,
to show that the
This
product is crap.
as you alluded to, how utterly embarrassing will it be if the Memphises, the USFs, I don't know who else is even in North Texas. What if they all lose another game? You still have to take one.
You have to take one.
Yeah.
Like, we're talking about an unranked
It's the highest
team.
ranked conference champion
Great.
from that group.
But what if none
That
of them are
could
ranked?
Yeah, what
be-
if none
what
of
if
them
none
are
of
top
them are
25?
Oh, it could be so worse than that. They could be nowhere close to the
Yeah.
Yeah,
25.
there could be a massive upset.
It could be,
Could be a
yeah.
massive
They still have to
upset
take one if they're not ranked.
They
Yes.
have, oh,
There's
absolutely.
no rule. to
The
take one.
highest,
5.
of the highest of the bad.
But they stopped ranking at 25.
I know
You know
that.
what I'm saying?
They have to take
If
the,
none of them are in the top
They'll
25.
put one at
They're still
25.
ranked somewhere.
well,
though.
they,
That's what the
They're still
committee-
ranked
the
beyond
committee
25.
actually
committee-
ranks past
They're
that.
still ranked beyond 25.
And beyond, and they will, they'll start moving them up.
Yeah.
So they're respectable, but you'll get to a point, I mean, it's tall as pygmy. This is clean as dirty
You
shirt.
could have a
This
four-loss
is ridiculous.
team, a four-loss
You,
non-power five.
you
team.
really could. You really could.
That'd be
You could,
wild.
you could,
And I hope it happens.
that would be hard.
Didn't
You could
Clemson
definitely
get
have
in
a
with
three
4 losses
loss.
last year?
You could definitely have a
Weren't they
3.
8 and 4?
You could,
or
I don't know about
what?
4, but you could have a 3 loss,
Who?
and those 3
Clemson?
losses are a
only
joke,
lost
and
2
the
games.
wins are a joke.
We haven't had a 3-loss team get in the playoff yet. Because that was everybody's argument, is there should be, it was a 9
Oh
and
yeah,
3
could
Ole
OU or
Miss.
Florida be the first 3 loss?
It was a 9 and 3 Ole Miss or a 9 and 3 South Carolina who were trying to vie for a spot. And they were like
So Clemson wasn't 9 and 3 last
No,
year.
they
They
were-
were 10 and 3
they were
after the conference
10 and
championship.
2 or
Really?
11 and 2 after the conference championship game.
I didn't think that. I don't know.
There were
So-
no 3-loss teams that got it.
I don't know. It's just,
It's silly.
it's a silly thing. Now, we'll see a lot of football play out. We've got a week coming ahead. It's a bye week for OU. However, we were talking before, and we'll remember back to how we called it last year on wow, this doesn't look like a very interesting weekend, but these are sometimes the
Pops up.
weekends that are incredible. Maybe this is one of those weekends that's incredible, and we see some really great, fun football games, as well as some big time upsets. You know, Iowa could come in and upset who they play, Oregon.
Mhm.
And you could see Mississippi State come in and get a victory. You could, I mean, there's lots of things that can happen. If you look at all of them,
Penn State, Indiana.
it's pretty likely one of those upsets will occur. We'll talk about that a little bit as a prelude to the prop bet of the week, but definitely one of those upsets. In fact, it's likely one of those upsets will occur if you do the math on it.
Clemson had 3 losses last year. They lost to Georgia, Louisville, and South Carolina.
Louisville?
They lost to Georgia in the playoff game.
Nope, they lost to Texas the playoff game.
They had 3 losses.
They lost to Georgia week
Okay.
1. They lost.
Oh, that's
to-
right. Because they got in because they were the
Conference
conference champion.
champion.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. My fault.
I looked it up. Louisville and Louisville are both acceptable
Absolutely.
pronunciation.
Not from people that are from Louisville.
America.
They hate
Oh,
Louisville.
and people from Miami think it's Miami, and Prague think it's Prague, and
Oh,
yeah, I've
yeah.
heard about this. Well, another thing that Jay's right about,
That's rare.
This could be all night, Steve.
well, maybe not, is if something happens, Jay is right, and a breakfast bet is on the line. So Jay and Lucas made a breakfast bet back in the off season that OU this season would be ranked in the
Top 4.
top 40 in yards per game. Currently, OU has 373.7 yards per game, and they are ranked 76th. They need 425 roughly to be in the top 40. If
No way.
that, and that
With 3
probably
games
will-
coming up?
it's
No
not,
way.
here's how it happens, Jay. If OU averages 578 yards per
Oh
game
my
over the next 3 games, you're eating breakfast for free. I'm now not for sure, but probably so.
Was there not like
Nope.
an
No,
opponent
there's no
adjusted
contingency.
metric
No
here?
contingency.
No, you said, well, if Boise has blah, 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 I don't
I
want to
agree.
count them. And I said,
No,
no, it all
listen,
counts.
listen.
No, but I
I'll
agreed
admit-
with you. I thought we would be top 4.
I
I'll
agreed as
admit-
well.
I'll admit
And I was right.
70, what is it, 76th?
76.
That's not good
Unacceptable.
enough. That's unacceptable.
Yep.
Yeah, and
It is unacceptable.
It is unacceptable.
And from what we see,
and
on the
it's
field,
a
we will all
surprise.
agree it's
And what's
unacceptable.
crazy, it's a 50 spot improvement from last
right,
year.
it is. We were like
But
113.
it's not good enough. It's not. Good.
It's so it's a 40 spot improvement, but it's been a disappointment, and it's been a bit of a surprise. There's been a lot of surprises. Like, I don't know why you act like it's like an automatic.
Surprise.
Come on. You think what did
I
you
don't
look
think you
at
go
this?
from 113 to
Okay,
40 in
Steve,
one season.
Steve, how close are we to 40? Like, what's the 40th team?
Probably like
400
20 yards a game.
425 a game.
25, and we're at
We're 373.
373.
So 50 yards a game.
We're 50 yards a game away.
That's a big difference.
It's a big difference, but it's not that
It's
big a
not that big.
difference.
It's
It definitely could happen. Like, how big of a difference is it? Like, it's It's less than a
Apparently, you
drive.
have to get 540 or whatever. from here on out to
578.
get-
No, from here on out, yeah, from here on out.
That's a big ass
The
difference.
year,
But throughout the
that's
year,
nothing.
to get that, it wouldn't
50
be.
yards a game is nothing.
You know what that is? That's lack of turnovers by the defense.
It's blame it on the defense.
Yeah.
It is Brent
Okay,
would
bro.
be
That's
perfect.
one extra, that's one extra possession a game that gets me the 50 yards. That gets us
No,
the top
because the
20.
defense is stopping them and making them punt. They have more yardage to be able to get for the touchdowns.
It gives our team one more possession.
No.
And a lead that they can do whatever they want with.
Both things can be right.
Yeah. I
Both
agree.
They're
things can be
receiving a
right.
punt on the 30 instead
Now,
of a turnover
Here's what will be interesting.
inside the
As
50.
we finally
Shorter
got
yardage.
as we finally gotten the offense rolling, including rushing game. Now I'm assuming that the second half of the Tennessee game is a prelude to the rest.
That's a big assumption.
Yeah, that is a big assumption.
If that's the case,
I don't think we're rolling.
and we average more than 425 a game,
We're not.
you can see. You don't think we will?
No.
Yeah, but the other schools could get less yardage and we can still move.
I'd
up.
make that breakfast
that.
bet.
You think we're gonna average 425 a game from here on out?
Yes, against LSU and Missouri, with LSU and
I
Missouri
think
on the
Missouri's
schedule.
defense is really good.
That number could come up though from the other teams.
Yeah,
So-
so
Oh,
those
not
numbers
much.
could be.
So instead of going 570, whatever, you could go to 520.
I bet it's
and maybe the other
relatively
teams
Go
consistent.
back, they go down.
Yeah.
I bet
Uh,
not. At this point, it's probably
This far through the
set.
season, it's
Yeah,
pretty,
it's not gonna.
I mean,
it's gonna
move
take
that
a
much.
I agree. I'm just trying
a
to give him
lot
some
of
hope.
anomalies.
All right, I want Power 4 teams only counted.
Okay, we're gonna do that, and he wins. I'm gonna crown him. I'm gonna crown him the winner. Yo, in breakfast.
I want all the Memphises and Tulanes out of the conversation.
Well, I tell you what was in the conversation for the past week was what the experience was at Tennessee, and we had our
Boots
on the road, boots on the ground reporter Mike. He was there with Fluke Luke
Secret guess.
and he frequent guest and frequent lock of the week guest
Former
picker,
advertiser. Yeah.
former advertiser Fluke Luke. They were there, and so
He
I
got
had
too big.
Yeah.
he got too big for us.
Yeah.
He got too big. He went corporate. So he had some notes from the Tennessee road game, and I'm gonna probably butcher the long conversation I had with him about it. But he said I'll kind of preface him getting to the stadium early,
2 hours.
which was
way too early.
more than
Way
that.
too
Well,
early.
here's why. The Tennessee University was shut down, locked down. Unlike OU, where you can walk around and go through the buildings, they had security, and you don't get to experience anything. He said that the atmosphere around there was poor. He said that
Really?
he
We
said it
didn't
was
walk through any
not.
buildings.
He
Yeah.
said it was not like the entire thing. He said it just was not that great.
Hmm.
So
I
they
think,
and they opened the stadium 3 hours before
judging
kickoff.
by his picture, he came from the other side of the river, right? Did you see where he said they walked across that bridge?
He may have came through where I came through, and to his point, like I didn't walk. So you guys had a completely
Yeah, we
different
came from like
experience.
the west side, and
Yeah.
it was they like what we were doing with the North Oval this year. They had like 3 times that size of a section laid out for tailgating.
Was this right outside the stadium?
It was pretty
No, it
close.
was probably like 3 blocks away.
Okay, so yeah, so
maybe.
I definitely walked in a different side.
It was
'Cause I
like
think
North
to
Oval
Mike's
distance.
point, like we kind of walked down to it's like a main strip area, and there was just not a lot going on, and we're just kind of I think we went and ate like a Qdoba or something because we were just like we're killing
There's nothing to
time.
do.
Yeah, we didn't come from that direction.
So,
Yeah.
and I'm
Ours was more like North Oval and like how the duck pond used to be like
Right.
15 years ago or whatever, 20 years ago. It was more that atmosphere in the section that we came through. And
tent
then,
after tent after tent. With
Oh, yeah.
barbecue and
we ended up walking
Booze.
by like the fraternity houses and some stuff, and they were yelling.
yeah, they're
at
trying to
us.
fight us.
And then we ended up on a parking garage that was kind of near the state that was next to the stadium, kind of like our parking garage, but maybe a little bit, maybe I don't know, a couple 100 yards difference. And it was banging in the parking garage. Like there was tons of tailgating on the top level of the parking garage for sure.
That's how
Well, I can't speak to any of that for a decade ago, and he'd have to be on here to talk about exactly how he got there. But his experience going into the stadium wasn't anything. He said they let you in 3 hours early, and he kind of sees why from what his experience was. Now, that said, he said once you get inside the stadium, it is it was a pretty awesome experience. He said that if he would rate on a scale, I said rate it on a scale of 1 to 10. He said fan experience all in, pregame, in-game, timeouts, third downs, all of it. Tennessee's an 8, OU's a 4.
Mm.
He said
I believe it.
he said they just have a crisper, more college atmosphere. It's a better, it's more coherent to, we're playing a college football game and here's the focus. They didn't have a zillion guess which cup it's under. They didn't have they didn't have someone screaming at you with a microphone. He said their choreographed cheers were very impressive. He said Rocky Top is the only thing we do close to Rocky Top is Boomer Sooner. And of course, we only do that basically once a game in the pregame.
But arguably, it may be the best college football atmosphere in the country.
Sure, but that should be the standard.
And it should be this, and it is.
Yeah.
Like, right? Like, I mean, even watching it, I've watched so much.
That's the comparison.
I've watched so much
all the
pre-game stuff.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
the clips
Like
on
pre-game
social
and
media.
everything else. I'm like, you don't beat that. But you strive to be. You strive to be that.
You know
Now,
what's wild too on those social media clips. We're all used to seeing it as fans, right? Or from a drone or video or whatever.
Field level's crazy.
But the field level
Field
stuff
level's
as a
insane.
player, like standing there getting ready for that,
Mhm.
is
Oh, I told
incredible.
I told Shelby I can't imagine I can't imagine a feeling like that. Like the closest thing, not the closest thing, but I mean you're about to battle for your school. Like the one where wine runs out and says, let's effing go. And
It's like a gladiator.
and Okoy's right there, like it's about that time, it's about that effing time, and just primal screams as the
Yeah.
fireworks pop off. I was like, dude, you can cut my wrist right here. It's not gonna get better than that. Like, that's
Well, we
incredible.
were super impressed when we went in 2015 with the checkerboard
That was beautiful.
situation.
All of it was incredible.
I mean, that's
Loudest
I know it's
stadium
just
I've
like
ever
you said,
been
the
in.
section you wear orange, section white, but it was still perfectly coordinated.
Yeah,
And
he
it
said the
looked
coordination
awesome.
was great. Obviously, it's a blackout, and we'll talk about that in a second. But he said it was a great fan experience overall. They do more college football stuff. The band plays. He said they have the microphones on the band, so it is
Which is
pumped in
cool.
noise. They only did third down for what apparently maybe at the start, and that
I
was
heard
it.
it once or twice in the first quarter.
Yeah, and the rest of it is just
Which is
organic
crazy to me
crowd noise.
because it was a factor.
40 times.
Yeah, I wonder if, and that's something I heard is like on this last one, Joe C and everyone saying, well, we took notes. Why are you taking notes now?
Yeah.
Why aren't you
You're
learning
a
this?
decade late.
Yeah. And so I think
Literally
what
a
happened was,
decade
I think
late.
what happened was a decade ago, somebody attended that game and said, oh, they play crowd noise, they play music right up until they hike the ball. We're going to do that. And now the guy who's got that job because, it's just been handed down,
Right.
says, well, this is the script. This is what we're supposed to do.
Well, they weren't playing the third down for what, but they were playing that spooky Rocky Top. I don't know if you guys saw any of
Yeah.
that, but
Yeah.
I was listening. So the video of the spooky Rocky Top, unbelievable. Like I've watched it a lot of times. And I'm not even a Tennessee fan.
Well, that's interesting. So we'll
and
get to something
they
similar
play
to
that, but they play that for the third down. I'm like, dude, I'm out of my chair, like looking for a pom pom to swing in the air. Like it was incredible.
So he said all that was very good. So he had a lot of compliments on that. Not everything was great. He said that, well, a couple of criticisms, and I'll chime in on this a little bit with my own insight that I brought to it. But first of all, Sooner fans, criticizing Sooner fans. And some of this was back in my day, but he said that the Sooner fans that are going to the game seem to be a lot of people who don't get the picture of what's going on. Like, we're Sooner fans. We're rooting for our team.
Mhm.
He said they're wearing black.
Yep.
Why are you wearing black?
Yeah.
Oh, literally?
Yeah, literally wearing
To a
black
blackout.
to a blackout.
Sounds like a guy that I know. He goes to OU games.
I told you I don't do that.
I've seen you wear black to OU games.
So it's
For other
bad
teams,
enough.
I would never do that to another team.
It's bad enough
Dude.
you wear black to the OU Texas game, and you see people doing that. Like,
Never
what do
done,
you?
never done that. Never done that.
You see people who wear white, which that's only recently become a thing of wear crimson. We tried to have a crimson, a red out, and it was, if we are usually 70-30, it was 80-20 at best.
Yeah.
I'll wear white to the first, like the Labor Day games when it's 100 degrees.
There's nothing wrong with that,
Just
but
because
they're not
he-
doing a crimson out.
Yeah.
But if they're doing we're gonna wear red.
yeah.
Wear red. How
Right.
hard is
Well,
that?
we have way too many olds who are just
It's
like
not just olds.
screw
It's
that.
people who
Dude,
figured
dude,
out
and
their
just-
their outfit in
Yeah.
July,
Yeah.
and these girls are saying, "I'm wearing this," and it's like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, you look gorgeous."
My
but
tits hang
it's
out
not
better
the
in the
right
white dress than
it's,
the red.
It's not the right color.
Yeah.
So all of that frustrates me. Sooner fans wearing black and singing along to the Rocky Top and all the
That's
other songs,
great.
and turning their phones on to light them up and do the whole thing with them.
Oh,
That's just disgusting.
Are they gonna start swaying them and go to A&M?
There was way too
What are you
much.
talking about?
There was way too
Well,
much.
they cheer for the band.
way too much chivalry before the game as well from
Mhm.
both sides.
Mhm.
Like, oh, like Tennessee acknowledges us as a good fan base. We're toxic as fuck. Like, no one ever says that about us, so we're gonna acknowledge it back. And like, great.
We made a ton of friends. When we
I
were
know,
in
but like
Tennessee
you could be
and at
amicable.
Ohio State.
You can be amicable, but like when it's game time, dude, screw that. It's all out the window.
Yeah, when the
Like,
pregame starts,
right. I'll go
root for
shake
your
hands with people. I'm not
team.
gonna go talk crap like before the
Right.
game, but
but
during the
don't
game,
cheer in
You
on their
reserve that to the
cheers.
fans in the stands in the upper deck.
exactly.
Yeah, Ohio State fans up there have something to say
I
about
did
that.
talk a lot of crap before the Ohio State game, but they were all pricks.
So this gets back to something that I'm going to weigh in on, and that is black is not a good color to wear. So he said
Yeah.
that he thinks it was a
Yeah.
detriment to them. He said that when he looked over at their sideline, so from his seats, he had a very clear view of their sideline. It was a solid sea of black. He imagines they had a hard time getting their plays in because it's just black. Everybody was wearing black.
They didn't have the coaches wearing like the random, like we wear blue.
Well, they might have done that for those certain guys, but
Yeah.
everybody else. So if anybody's telling positions and all that stuff, and as he pointed out, optically, you don't see black. Black is the absence of color, and so it's just a shadow effect. And so as you're looking at a night game and you're trying to look around and get your orientation, you can't. If you look right at black, it's difficult to actually see it. And it made me think it's a bad, and it goes back to our anthracite uniforms and all of that. It's a bad decision to wear a color that's not your color because you're not used to throwing to that color.
Right.
You're not used to running or you're playing, and that's your team. I mean, I played a lot of shirts and skins, and it's if you flipped in the middle of the day, it takes a second to figure it out. And if you have practiced and everything you do is going to crimson jerseys or white jerseys, and all of a sudden you're, in their case, orange, and you're throwing to black, that could be a
Well,
difficult.
that's like saying
See
at
that.
home you have a problem because all the away teams are wearing white at home. So it's like, well, we practice.
No, I think
still
that's
in white.
easier.
No, but you're used to them.
You're
wearing
used to
it.
that. You're used to them wearing
Yeah.
white.
Yeah, but if you practice and then sometimes, well, I guess the offense is usually wearing crimson and
Right.
scrimmages and stuff, and the
Right.
defense is wearing white.
I mean, all of it. They may or may not practice correctly.
It's
Like
just a disruption for
tennis,
team.
it's a disruption
Yeah.
to routine. So if I
Yeah,
was
even
a
a
coach,
subconscious thing.
I would say, yeah, like we're gonna wear the color we're gonna wear,
Mhm.
and we're gonna even if it takes a minute to switch jerseys
Everybody
real
else can
quick,
face
we're gonna
you.
figure out how we're gonna.
I mean,
do this
even
thing.
when like it takes my eyes, which I love them, I hope we keep them, but like it takes my eyes a minute to adjust to the throwback uniforms when we're wearing white helmets and
Yeah.
figuring that out on the
it's a
field.
knock
Like, it's,
against all of that
it's tough.
potentially. So I think it's something to think about. From
You know who does it right? Bama.
Bama does it right. Bama does a great
Penn
job.
State,
Penn State.
Penn State does it right. So I
Penn
think
State.
there's nothing wrong with the blackout. Just don't change your own colors
Right.
of your uniforms. The entire sea of black, and that's pretty cool. And the black noise and a night, a night atmosphere.
You know who else
I
lost-
could see how
You
that.
know who else lost the blackout on Saturday?
Uh-uh.
Nebraska.
Oh, yeah.
And they blacked out. They blacked out the field. They blacked out the
Wow.
uniforms. They blacked out the helmets.
And it
All-
blacked out their quarterback.
Blacked
So
out
you
their
went-
quarterback.
Yeah.
well, they had white. Didn't they wear white helmets with a black
They wore
lettering?
white helmets with black end.
Black end,
Yeah.
yeah.
What kind of say?
Looks good versus you can perform well.
Tennessee's
They're
did
two
not
different
look good.
things.
I mean, it's no
They
big
didn't
wood.
look good.
That's
Tennessee's were ugly.
That's how
They
I
were
pick my
ugly.
girlfriends do.
Yeah.
You know what wins
black
games?
with orange stripes.
Bring the
No,
wood.
looks good versus
Rough Riders.
performs well.
No,
That's what wins.
no
games.
Rough Riders. No Rough Riders.
Our record in Rough Riders is astounding.
I've done the math, if you remember, and our record was basically the same as what it was otherwise. We just had a good record.
I don't trust your math.
Math.
The fact that you can sit here and talk crap, like,
As
I'm not
if
saying it's
math is,
invalid, but you can talk,
Definitive thing.
Yeah.
you can talk crap on wearing black. and
Everybody's
make
got their own math.
Yeah,
You
everyone's got
You know
their
who
math.
invented math? The Chinese.
Yeah.
I don't trust it.
Yeah,
Red China?
China came up with
China.
math.
You know where Lucas gets most of his like conspiracy theory information from? Chinese.
China. Yeah. So, all right. This isn't a conspiracy
Translate
theory.
Oh wait, who? This is a game. I don't regret not going to games. This is one I regret not going to.
This was a game.
I mean, watching this one and like
Uh,
hindsight being 2020, this one hurts. Like this one's tough.
see, I've got two that you guys went to, Tennessee and Ohio State.
yeah.
And this is up there.
And
with
this one
those.
hurts. Like this one was tough.
Ohio State was nice.
The reason I'm upset about this one is because Knoxville is just so cool.
Knoxville was awesome.
Like the stadium's incredible.
Quit being
the
friendly to
experience
the
is fun.
Manabee.
And it's
In the stadium. In the
it's
stadium.
an easy game to get to because it's just straight
Right.
out
And
I-40.
but it's a beautiful drive.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
14 and a half hours.
It
It's
is
a
a
long,
long Nash Drive.
14 and a
I
half.
thought it was
Oh,
12.
the drive
Well,
home
the speed limits might have changed.
was
in the last
only
10 years.
salvaged by the fact that we came back to win in overtime.
Flying,
Because the
flying
14 and a
to-
half hours home would
We
have been.
started talking right before the timeout to end the third quarter when we scored
how
right
bad the drive
before.
home was going to be.
We were like, this drive home is going to
Yeah, Shelby and I had the same conversation.
because our offense had like 120 yards.
Yeah.
That's why.
And we were like, this is going to be the worst drive home ever.
Well, that's
Because we all
why.
had to work on Monday morning. So
Yeah.
it was literally like all day Sunday drive back.
As a big time podcast, when we send our reporter out there, we flew him out there,
Yep.
flew him back so he could be at work Monday morning breaking down film for us
Yep.
the way he did.
Thanks, Mike.
Did this game not have like 2015-esque feels to it though in the first half?
I mean,
Yeah, it
yes.
was-
I mean, I know we're ahead going into halftime, but like offensively, just the stagnation and the fact that we could not do anything, it seemed like
I was going to bring that
felt
up.
very, very, very similar to
Yep.
2015.
And Baker was born and Lincoln was born.
And did Arbuckle and Mateer take a step? I don't say they became Lincoln and Baker,
I
but did
think-
they take a step
I
in the
think
second half?
State
Yeah, after
Robinson
Tennessee
took a
that year.
step.
What was our next
He
game
definitely
after
did.
that? Anyone remember?
Nope.
The game after Tennessee in
In
2015?
15?
Was it a rundown?
I don't know. I don't know.
Somebody look
Tennessee
that
would
up.
have
Where's
been-
our stat guy?
Tennessee would have
That
been week 2. Week 3 would have been a rum-dum because we played Akron week 1.
I think it was a Big 12 team.
I think Tennessee was week 3.
it was K-State.
Was it week 3?
I think Tennessee was week 3,
Yeah.
so we would have
we would
to
have
run down
jumped
week
into
4.
conference play.
Well, just go to Sooner Sports and go to
I'm
the.
working
go
on
do it.
Steve, we don't have these magical handheld computers that we can just look up
Check
anything
on
we want to
things.
look.
You're such an old.
So the week after Tennessee, we
2015.
played Tulsa.
Yep. Run
The mighty Tulsa
That's the
Hurricane.
same at Bama.
With a bye week, it is.
Exactly.
Yeah, because
Who's
I mean,
after
because
Tulsa?
we played Akron week 1, everyone's like, all right, Baker like had some good stuff. Go into week 2, Tennessee, bench him, bring in Trevor Knight, Baker wins the game, and then everything else is
Who
kind
was
of
after Tulsa?
West Virginia.
It's the same as Bama.
And then Texas, which we lost.
You know,
Yep.
it's growing pains.
Man. So that's interesting history. I'll give you some more, sort of. I want to ask you guys some survey questions. I'm gonna see where you fall on these, and some of these will harken back to some history as well. So you haven't seen these yet. Just off the cuff, give it a little thought if you need to. Let me give you some survey questions. Will you see another undefeated OU football season, including the postseason,
No.
in your
So
lifetime?
is that a 16-0? What is that?
Well, it could be 16-0,
12
could
plus the
be
conference would be
could,
13.
literally could be 17-0, but 16-0 very likely.
Yeah. No, not in my lifetime. Not in anybody's lifetime. Here through existence.
I'll say yes.
Not within the conference that we're in. I think an Ohio State can do it.
I don't know if anyone can do it.
I don't either.
So
It's just fun to
there's
say yes.
only been one in my lifetime. My lifetime. Oldest one here. 2000, the year 2000. That's the only undefeated OU season in my lifetime.
That's wild.
And that's back in the
75 who we had lost?
we had lost to Kansas 23-6.
Mm.
I remember it well.
Why
I
did Kansas?
was 1 year old.
And 85.
I wasn't even 1 year old. I was 3 months old. It was so bitter. We fumbled the ball a bunch.
Did we have a undefeated season when we were like we couldn't go to a bowl?
Yes, in 74, we were 70. Let me remember.
We won
We-
the national
we-
championship in 74.
In 74, we won the national title. We were 11-0. And in 73, we were 11-0-1. We tied USC. So
But
that
you
would
weren't born
count
in
as
2002.
undefeated. But in my lifetime, 50 years,
Yeah.
we've only had one.
Damn, you're old.
In the CFP era, there have only been 6 teams to finish undefeated through the championship, and that includes obviously
So that's
the
BCS era. That's like 98.
no CFP. So 4
okay.
team
That's
CFP.
that's a lot though.
Yeah,
and
that's
that's-
half.
That seems
That's
like a lot.
that's I mean that's
well, it's 5 if you don't include UCF in 2017, who did not participate in the CFP.
and we don't count for them
Yes.
because they're fake.
So 5
They're
teams have
fake.
done it, and obviously
Only
nobody.
losers go to Central
Losers go to Central
Right, Mike?
Florida.
It's right,
fake team.
and nobody.
What are the chances?
Listen
we
to
got,
Chris
we got
in
two
New York.
loser youth
We
graduates
cleaned the
graduate
national
from the-
championship.
Where's
Nope.
your
Scott Frost.
Where's your hat? Where's your national championship hats.
Obviously, nobody's done it in the 12-team playoff, which is so difficult to do on top of everything else. And where football's going, I'm going to say in my lifetime, I don't think I'll ever see it. I don't think I'll ever
With
see
any
it.
team or just OU?
With OU, an OU football
It's
team.
gonna be really tough.
I think a
really
Big Ten
tough.
team can do it.
I think when everything
Or an
gets
ACC
consolidated down
Oh,
to
you-
No, I know. I'm
16,
just-
I don't know.
14.
Yeah,
don't
so
think-
you say no OU, but someone else.
Yeah,
can do
I
it.
think a
No.
Big Ten team could do it. I don't think an ACC.
I don't
team
know if
can do
they
it.
if they
'Cause
say
the
the
ACC will
clock
get
is
beat by someone.
the clock is ticking though, right? So either
Because
they're going to
you'll
get beat in the
consolidate.
playoff, or they're
Yeah.
going to consolidate, and everyone will be facing
Yeah,
them.
if it goes
And you'll
to a
all be beating
48
each
or
other.
64 team
There's no way.
super conference,
It'll be NFL.
it'll be even harder.
Yeah, it's like
It'll be
the,
like
it's
the
like the
NFL?
Patriots.
Yeah.
Patriots
All right.
close, but couldn't do it.
Will you see another undefeated OU football regular season? There have only been 4 in my lifetime.
I will say
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
I will say
can see
yes.
I
that.
can see that. Possible.
You could get a year like Texas got last year,
Right.
where you're
Your
facing
favorable
the
schedule.
favorable. You're on the favorable side of the
Things were-
SEC schedule.
12 games. Probably just in unlikely it expands past 12.
And what's funny is
12 games. it
you
could
say
happen.
that, and you're like, after that, it's you better hope to God you lose the conference championship because
Yeah,
if you lose after what we just said, we're not going to go undefeated.
right.
You're not winning the
Not winning the championship. So, but that's in my lifetime. There's only been 4, and that's back when we had 11 game seasons.
And think how many there should have been.
Oh, so many, so close.
And it's since 2000. 08. I mean, all of the Lincoln Riley years.
Oh, 3 and 04.
2001 could have been easily.
2001.
04, we were undefeated.
Was it
Yeah, 04
03?
we were
03
undefeated.
we were
03 we're undefeated.
Yeah.
2000 we're undefeated. And 1987 we're undefeated.
08 you should have been.
Those are the 4.
Lost in Texas.
2015 you should have been. Should have beat Texas in 15.
How many Lincoln Riley
Maybe
years
17.
should we have been?
2015 you should have been. 2016 you played Ohio State.
2017.
2017 you should have
17
been.
been.
2018
you should have been, Texas.
2019 should have
Should
been
have been,
K-State. 2020
Oh, don't even get me started on that officiating. Yeah.
2020 doesn't count. It's COVID. 2021 you could toss it up.
21, probably not.
I mean, 2021 you lose to
2021.
Baylor and OSU.
Yeah, but we were 9-0 bitching about how bad the team
Yeah,
looked.
yeah.
That's true.
Well, and in 2023,
2023.
OSU and
And OSU.
Kansas.
Yeah,
Kansas.
OSU and Kansas are crap losses.
Well, and OSU was horrible officiating at the end.
Oh,
So it shows
and
you
Kansas
how
was just
Kansas was
bad
hell
it
in the
is to go
bad coaching decision
run the table.
when we're trying to run the clock out.
I hope to God I never go to a game like 2023 Kansas again.
Yeah.
First of all, I don't know if I've ever been that hungover in my life. Second of all,
Same.
One of you guys was throwing up on the walk to the stadium. I don't remember which one of those two it was, Steve.
no, neither of us threw up.
No,
No, he
no.
threw up just before he left.
Yeah,
Oh, before we
I
left.
got that
I was
done.
thinking after we parked,
I
and we were
cleansed.
walking to
No.
No,
I
my
was-
friend, I cleansed.
No, I should have because
I almost
so-
pulled over the car at
I
one
was-
point. In fact,
yeah.
I did pull over the car and decided, no, I can.
I remember.
Oh yeah,
I'm
that's right. Yeah.
That was so funny.
All I know is
That was miserable. That was a miserable
the
day.
only other that was miserable. That was worse than Texas.
And we went for barbecue
Yeah.
the night before.
And we
it
won
was
that
average.
Texas game. That was
We
great.
won
I
that
was
Texas.
once I cleansed on that
You were
Texas
great.
game, I was
You were
good
ready to
after
go.
that one. Well, I'm gonna wait on Jay for the rest of these because they're pretty good. Let's talk more about how difficult it is to go undefeated because it just takes a bounce of the football and it thwarts what could be a perfect season.
Well, it just sucks too. Like I have a lot of appreciation for how the SEC's gone through and outside of how they screwed us in Texas, the whole thing. But they're not going and measuring up their top 6 teams and saying, let's make sure these 6 teams don't
Right.
play each other as much as possible, like the Big Ten is doing.
Right.
Which is why it's so much more likely to say an Ohio State hasn't played anybody and they're not going to play anybody until they play Michigan, who is not great this year.
Right.
And everyone knew wasn't going to be great this year.
Yeah, it wasn't projected to be top
So, I
five.
mean, and
10.
even Oregon. Like, Oregon hasn't played anybody. Oregon played Indiana. I don't think anybody thought Indiana was going to be what they are.
No, they're
And
surprised.
Michigan's starting a freshman quarterback.
And who is Oregon going to play? I mean, they've got to play Iowa, who again has been a surprise.
Well, that relates to
They're not
something
playing
else
anybody else.
that occurred to me. If OU and Texas get left out of the college football playoff, it is on the SEC because
They didn't mix it up.
they
enough.
didn't mix it up enough, and they gave us a schedule that should have given us Texas's schedule as they promised to do, and we're looking playoff likely if we have Texas's schedule, right? I mean, we're in great shape.
I like to
I
think
mean,
so.
the A&M game would be tough. And the Georgia game would be tough.
Yeah,
Vandy would have been tough.
but Vandy would have been tough, but you lose
We're better than
Mississippi,
Vandy.
you
I
lose
agree.
what was tough in an early Auburn game. They're a better team then than they are now. You still have Texas, obviously. That's the same. You get Mississippi State instead of South Carolina. So you start to do these trade-offs even in the wins that we
You get
got,
Kentucky
it's
instead
easier.
of like Mizzou.
Mizzou. So all of those are easier. I mean, we only are getting lucky by facing Missouri, who's losing their quarterback or has lost their quarterback.
I think that's why I
The
kinda
SEC
look-
might have cost themselves a team in the playoff.
Yeah, and that's why I look at the rest of our schedule and I'm just like, you know what? Like, we've had to run a gauntlet. I mean, there's been nothing
Right.
easy about it. Auburn, you're gonna look back and you're gonna say Auburn was probably the Auburn and South Carolina were the ones that we should have and did win. But it's like, man, they're not handing anything to us. If you can go out, you can beat Bama and take care of business in these last two, even if you for whatever, or even if you lose to Bama and you take care of Missouri and LSU, and you're on the outside looking in at the end of the season.
Right.
It's like, I mean, you did a lot with it.
Right.
Like you did just about as much as you could have with
Well,
a disappointing
and that's what
offense.
Brent is bringing with we're not getting respect. And I tell
Right.
you what, as many things as we can criticize about Brent, about game time decisions and different things he's doing, I'll tell you one thing he's doing great. If you listen to his pregame and postgame and it's going on throughout the week, that guy's a motivator.
The snippet of that pregame speech in that video,
It was
was
It was awesome.
incredible.
It was awesome.
And I also had no idea until it was said on that Tennessee hadn't played a night game at Neyland in 2 years.
Wow. That was awesome. The
Like,
reason
it's
they're
crazy.
playing at night, Oklahoma's
Yeah,
doing it
as soon
safe.
as they're in town.
Versus LSU, who has played like
All of them?
84% of their.
83% of their home at
home
Make
at
that
night.
make sense.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
Make it make sense.
And that's the kind of thing that probably has to end as the SEC has to get real about, let's look at everybody and think about what's good for the product as the SEC
And it
versus the
these-
individual
right.
products.
And
that you
Texas-
put out.
these teams being better are helping. Like Vandy being better is helping that. And like whoever else, I mean, I guess Vandy's the only example you can use at this point. There's not anybody getting
Mississippi State's getting better.
Mississippi. They did win their first SEC game under Jeff
But
Fletcher.
listen, I have discussions with coworkers and stuff, and there are no easy games. Like
Right.
if you show up with a C game, you absolutely can lose.
Oh, yes.
I mean,
To
Texas-
anybody.
Texas
Anybody.
did it
Anybody.
3 weeks in a
Anybody.
row for the most
Yeah.
part.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Kentucky.
They could've
barely
lost 2 of
won.
those, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah,
I mean, who's the worst team? Mississippi State and then Kentucky?
right.
I
Arkansas?
think Kentucky and Arkansas are probably the top.
One of the best.
I'm back on
offenses
this. I don't want to
in-
play Arkansas.
One of the best offenses
That's a
in the
debate we
conference. And literally one of the best
The
offenses
debate you
in the
lost,
conference.
yeah.
I didn't.
But one of the best offenses.
I don't know. Maybe right now, maybe Kentucky and Auburn.
Auburn does not get
Or
beat.
Kentucky.
Like Auburn's
Kentucky,
in
South
every
Carolina.
game though.
Well,
Auburn
Auburn,
is
they
great.
really-
Somebody's in every. No one is getting blown
Yeah,
out in the
that-
SEC
that-
though.
It's not going to happen, even without a coach.
Like, yeah, exactly. You have like what 4 teams without a coach right now? Auburn, Florida,
LSU.
LSU, and is that it? That may be it.
Well,
I mean,
dead man walking in
South
Kentucky.
Carolina.
Dead Man
South
Walking,
Carolina. Who knows about Mississippi? Yeah.
So I don't think you guys commented on this
He's not
tweet
leaving.
I sent to you.
Ooh, hot take.
Kiffin's not leaving.
Is it Chris Kalika,
Yeah.
The Bear.
The Bear.
the Bear? So he put for 2025 conference games.
I did see that.
The
That was a
Big
good
Ten,
tweet.
I'll just use these 2 metrics alone. The Big
Yes.
Ten, 15 of 48 games, so 31%. There was a 14-point favorite so far.
Which is like an 80% likely to win.
Yeah, and then so the SEC, only 2 of 43 had a 14-point favorite, a 4.7%. So the amount,
Parity.
yeah, it's
the
just
SEC.
it's so close in comparison to the next best conference,
Right.
right? Which is the Big Ten.
The Big Ten is top heavy.
Yeah, it was crazy. And then the Big Ten had only 5 of 48 were ranked matchups, and the SEC had 14 of 43, so 10% to 32%.
Well, and you look at, I mean,
So that even shows you that there's a larger disparity between
Yes.
the 14-point favorites between the two and the ranked. So that
Right.
shows you that the unranked SEC teams
Are better.
are at a higher level
Right.
than the unranked Big Ten team.
well, and
Right.
you even look at a spread like OU Alabama that opens up at 7.5.
I haven't even seen it. That's what it is.
For us, that feels. I mean, for me, that feels huge.
Hmm.
I'm like, man, that's a big spread in the SEC. 7.5 points. It's like the book's written.
I
you know?
like,
Well, there's a lot of tennis.
Oh, I love
This will also change the next week depending on what they do against LSU.
right. I mean, if I can, I
If
might
they
take
blow out
action with that.
LSU, ours might go up to 9. If they squeak by LSU,
It's not
they
going
could
up
drop
to
to
9.
6.
Speaking of action, before I get back to my survey, so I got a payoff. OU covered 6.5. My $250 bet
Oh,
paid off.
nice.
Yeah, $470.
Oh, I won 4 bets at work
And
on
you
that.
didn't pay for dinner tonight.
I didn't do that.
Mm.
It's his money.
And so I had that, and then a buddy owes me drinks. I'm collecting, baby. I am collecting, and that's all mine. I'm not sharing a bit of it. All right, next question. This kind of gets a
Is
little
this the last
morbid.
one?
No, it's not. This one gets a little morbid.
It's fine.
We're gonna be
fine.
all night. I got
They're
57
fine.
questions.
They're on vacation.
They're on vacation. You guys are on vacation. Have you witnessed in person or through TV or radio over half of the OU games you will witness over your lifetime?
Say that again.
Have you witnessed in person or through TV or radio over half of the games you will witness over your lifetime?
God.
For me,
Oh,
For you, it's gonna be a no.
so let me tell you
1,000%,
mine.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you don't
well,
eat
yeah.
vegetables.
Yeah.
Mr. No
I've
Vegetables.
got 10 or 11 years now, and
Yeah,
I've
best.
I ain't missed a home game in 25 years.
Yes, everybody enjoy
Yeah.
enjoy Lucas as long as you can.
I mean, this pod is at some point it's going to change to just
Two homers and a dead guy.
2 homers and an ass hat when it's just you three left.
Listen, we'll set you up.
and Stephen Hawking.
I'll let you decide which one of those as the ass hat.
2 homers and weekend at Bernie's.
We'll put your ashes right here.
Sounds good.
Oh, you's any good. I think this
Yeah.
is awful.
Yeah, you need to get a parrot before you die. You get your
Nick
macaw.
Mullins.
Teach them
They're-
all the
They're
things
I
you
mean,
want to
Tom
say.
Brady's cloning his dog. Why don't I just clone myself?
That's true.
God, the 2 of you. Oh, good. So
No,
listen to this.
There'd just be the clone left.
It'd be like multiplicity, where each one is just a downgrade from the next.
How bad
The
could
first
it
one's
get?
solid, then he goes, oh crap.
I don't think solid, but okay. For me, I estimate the number is 550 games at least that I've witnessed. And that's probably a conservative number. So I went back. I know every home game I've been to.
Okay,
in-
let's
in
just
the
assume
street
none of us are going to
and
miss
all the
any
way.
games.
So listen to this. At an average of 14 games per season going forward, 14, that would be another 39 years of games for me.
That's it's old.
89.
Yeah.
If I live to 89, I can get this
You
in.
look like a guy that lived 89.
I definitely could live to 89. I'm working on some stuff. I
Yeah.
tell you what, I'm going to be doing this podcast all by myself.
I'm sure you ran the numbers.
Oh, football will end before I do. Connor's got to be there, right?
Yeah, Connor's got to be there.
I just don't think. I mean, unless I die young, which God bless.
Give him a chance.
I mean, it also depends.
Hold my beer, but not
It depends
his.
on how many sporting events there are with 4 kids. That he may miss some OU games.
I'm not missing.
But he can
games
he
for
can
four
watch on
kids.
TV.
watching.
Or he can
not
listen.
home games. but
No,
he'll
I
be
will
watching.
not miss. I will not miss watching an OU game live or listening. There's no fucking way.
Listening doesn't count.
Excuse my. Yeah,
No,
you said
listening
radio.
counts.
Listening counts.
Yeah.
Well, it has to
That's
because
witnessing.
well, all right.
I'll
So
say this.
it has to count because we were on probation. You couldn't be on TV. I had to listen on radio.
So even in the great city of Norman,
I go back that far, my friend. We didn't have back in my day, we didn't have all this fancy TV.
yeah. So for some reason, 5th and 6th grade football, tackle football, in Norman is played on Saturdays. So there were
Oh.
any game where I'm
That's a
trying to
sport.
watch. I know. I'm trying to. The first time I ever watched a game on my phone was what? 3 years ago, OU Texas. I'm at Norman High School Stadium
No way.
watching Cooper play and streaming OU Texas on my phone.
But you watched it.
I did. But it's just
But also
What
that
are we doing
that
here,
the
people?
fact that
What are we
doing?
Norman Football League
Yes.
would schedule games on
Yeah.
OU Texas Saturday.
Like I can see
what time is the
I
game?
can see the Norman Shakespeare in the Park deciding they're going to do that because hey, we do this. It doesn't matter about football. But my God, it's football.
Yeah.
Are you not kidding? You don't think those coaches want to watch the biggest game?
Everybody.
That's so stupid. Norman is so stupid. All right, next question.
Next question.
Will OU ever score over 100 points or more again?
No.
The last time was 1919 against Kingfisher College, 151-0.
I feel like we could have skipped this question.
And in 19 And in 1918, Arkansas 100. If you want to just say D1 programs, 103-0. Now you say that football's weird. Football could change. The game of football could change. The composition of football could change. And you
No,
could get to
they-
high
They were
octane
trying,
football.
they've shortened
run
the
the
games.
clock.
The clocks work.
They'll run the clock.
years.
It'll never happen.
All right,
Never-
90.
No.
Last time done, 1917, 99-0 versus Central Oklahoma.
What's our highest scoring game?
77.
77 nothing against A&M.
And against Western.
Western,
in the last-
Western,
76.
Last 30 years.
Western Carolina.
Oh,
Well,
72.
actually not. That's not the last time done. 80. Last time done was 1980. 80 points, 82-42 against Colorado.
82-42? Gee.
In
What was
1980.
it, a 7-hour game?
No, it was really fast.
Just
It's a running game.
Just
Score,
scoring.
score, score.
You
No
hand it off and they
defense.
go 80
No
yards.
defense.
The next time you hand it off, they go 65.
All right, 70. Last done in 2023, 73-0 versus Arkansas State.
Yeah.
I would say
Look at
we'll score
70.
70.
So I think the reason the answer is no to a lot of those others would be mercy rule.
Correct. I
Um,
think coaches won't do it.
but accidental stuff can
No,
happen.
that's,
The
look,
clock changed too.
That's only-
It's affected that.
Yeah,
that's only 10 possessions. You usually get 12, 13 possessions a game. You can easily score every time against Mercer or
Right.
Incarnate Word or whoever.
You would
right.
need 12 possessions to break 80.
I mean, the 70
it
though.
could happen.
Don't be
Score-
downgrading, as Mike Gunny would say. Don't be downgrading Mercer.
Be
because
downgrading?
That's where our quarterback, third string quarterback came from. Current second string quarterback with Newbauer.
So the only thing I'll say is stuff is weird and weird things happen that you don't see as possible. And so
When was the
I would
last
be
80-point
reluctant.
FBS game?
Pretty
pretty recently.
Probably really
Pretty
recently.
recently. It's like within the last 5 years. I think Oregon did it maybe.
So for different reasons, things can happen. Now I'm talking OU, and
Yeah.
OU it plays at a different level, and including I think a little bit of dignity that they're not going to do it
Yeah.
intentionally.
They'll
but-
never do it.
Like I
things
said,
happen.
and
Also,
also
when
the
the
fourth quarter with running clock.
When the
But
Super League starts and it's just 48 teams or 64, whatever it ends up,
then it
There-
really
then it really
goes
goes
down.
down.
Yeah, it's probably a 0%.
then they'll be like 60 will be the golden number.
It's not a 0% chance, but it's a very low percentage chance.
Very, very low. Very, very low.
Yeah, but
So-
at that point, the worst team there in that super division or whatever.
Yeah.
It's
Super
like
conference.
Purdue or something.
Northwest.
Yeah, but they're still gonna get the best of what's
But
left
keep in
over
mind,
from everybody. They're
Weird
still
things
gonna be
happen in the
good.
world. So like, as an example,
Presidency.
how many things happen every day? Not just millions, not just billions, trillions of things happen every day. So that means a
You think
million
trillions?
trillions of things happen every day in humanity. So a
Infinite-
million to
almost
one thing
infinite
happens
things happen
every day.
What level we
A
talking about?
million to
Like
one
a guy
shot
trips?
happen. Exactly.
Okay.
Trips and
Think
and
about the
spills
first
and the
time-
water goes over there
The
and
first
then up-
time that anything has ever
The
happened happens
first
all the
time?
The first time
The
that
first time
anything
that
that
ever,
ever
there's not
happened.
trillions
happens all
of
the
first time things
Yeah.
that happen every day.
Exactly.
Yes,
There's
every
nothing.
day.
Think
every
about
day.
how many
Every
times
day.
a sentence has been structured that is the only time it's ever been structured
Never.
that way.
I'd never heard the word but downgraded until Mike Gundy said it.
Because it's not a word.
You need to read Morgan Housel. He'll let you in on that.
No thanks.
So will we see another play as impactful and amazing as
Yes.
Roy Williams Superman
Yes.
out of OU?
We might have just seen it.
Yeah.
No,
The Kip 6 was on the same level.
I don't think
It
so.
wasn't against a
I
rival.
don't think so. So I don't think
It's
so.
not even close. to
I don't
the
think
same.
so. Yeah.
No way.
What if the scoop and
Yeah.
score from last week
That was bowl eligible.
transforms the whole season?
It could, but here's why. I don't know if that even stacks up because that didn't necessarily win us the game. And the Roy Williams play
That didn't win us the game
sealed
either.
the game. It basically
It did.
sealed the game. It was in the fourth quarter.
You could also
And you
say
go
it
up by
was
two
it,
you could also
and you
say
went
you're
up by
down.
two
You could
scores.
also say you're down 14
No,
against Tennessee. The game's over.
And I don't disagree with you. I think you don't know how impactful a play is
Yet.
until you
The
see,
end of the season.
how the season
But-
plays out.
But I'll point out, there's two other plays that happened after, well, one of them before it, or no, two of them before it. And we don't ever highlight those plays the way that we highlight Superman. We never see him on the Jumbotron. Derek Strait knocking away the ball against Oklahoma State to keep everything alive.
7 or whatever.
in 2000.
Torrance
Yeah.
Marshall intercepting the
And
ball to
then-
run it
That
in
one
against
you see a
A&M.
whole lot more than the Derek.
And
Strait.
even that one, you don't see anywhere close to the super. So that's why I say as impactful and amazing as the Roy Williams Super
It's
Bowl.
almost
I think we-
that play is almost it's not even impactful, amazing, yes. that play's just, it's iconic.
And that's what I'm trying
And,
to
like,
capture.
I think there's so much built into it. One, most people,
because it's
well,
Texas.
most football people know though, you're not supposed to leave your feet like that,
Right.
right?
Right.
Oh, he was
He was
told.
told
And then
not
number
to
two,
leave
he's
his
told not to leave his feet like that.
Yeah. What about
And then another
Art
iconic.
Mason's- Art
No, but
Mason's
here's the
pretty
deal.
iconic though.
No, but here's another deal. Another iconic player caught the ball.
Right.
It wasn't an
Right.
You gotta
pure
know
Right.
defensive
But-
player.
right.
Buckets
Right.
and winning
So
linebacker.
it was just an amazing.
Now
kind of-
I admit, R. Mason Thomas, it is unbelievably
like
awesome.
you know what, 25 years from now,
Unbelievably
the
awesome.
question isn't going to be about R. Mason Thomas. It's going to be who caused the fumble.
The fumble.
Heineke.
That's going to
Heineke.
be what OU former lacrosse walk-on player
Yeah.
caused the
Ohio
R.
State.
Mason Thomas.
Legacy of a player that played under Brent Venables, and now his son is doing.
I'll take Tate Sandell 62-yard
Nephew.
field goal to win the national championship in 2 seasons, and we'll be like, that was the play.
That would be
That would be awesome. 62 yards. That would be awesome. That would be awesome. So it would take something amazing
If-
to do that.
to your point. If we do go on a run and win these next games and make the playoffs and go deep in the playoffs or win the national title and don't scoff at it, that play, to your point, will become
The Torrance Marshall.
the torn because it's
It's
you're down 14-0. The game's probably over.
You're about to
The
go down.
Tennessee game is about over if that doesn't happen.
I agree.
So if you go on to make a run, then that play becomes even more impactful.
Yeah, because
and more memorable.
because that season, I mean, we don't even make the BCS national championship that season. That Roy Williams does
Right.
that, right? So
or the
I guess
Marshall.
the only thing
that would have been Florida
you
State.
you can argue that the Torrance Marshall play is a bigger, more
Yes.
impactful
Oh, absolutely!
play.
It's a national
Yeah.
championship.
It's a national
Even
championship.
even
Everything's
even
on
the
the
Derek
line.
Street play, like you
Yeah.
said,
Yeah.
like to your point, the iconic moment is you've got the camera view with the Texas end zone in frame. You've got Chris Sims dropping back, and you have a man
Chrissy
flying through the air. Chrissy Sims
I'll
dropping
answer
back,
that for Chris.
Yeah.
and you've got Roy Williams flying through the air, and a Butkus Award winner catching the ball on the deflection. So I don't know if it gets more iconic. I don't know if there's a more iconic play. That's a top 5 iconic play in college football.
Right.
My-
Because it's in the, one of the top 2 rivalries in the history
Yeah.
of college football.
I mean, it's
got all the ingredients.
very well documented with camera and everything else. Like it's just a very
It
well
would
shot play. Like
it would take a play in a national championship type of game.
Yeah.
To overtake that kind of an atmosphere.
right. I mean that. Yeah.
All right. Next question.
Good question.
Will we see?
Can you
Never
save
mind.
some of these for the next midweek pod?
No, we're gonna go through all
This is
47
the
of them.
this is the body of the pod.
47 streak. We're gonna go through 47 questions. Will OU ever play Okie State again? And I
Yeah.
say Okie State for a reason, because
Yes.
they
Yeah.
hate it.
Yes, we will.
We will play them the next decade.
I agree. I think we'll play them.
I'll say the next 20 years. I don't
And,
know if we get
and that would include
10.
playoff.
That's funny.
simmer down.
Because of Oklahoma State.
They may discontinue their football program at some point.
So that is a risk, or they go to a different league.
Boy, they're probably glad they're not playing us this year,
No kidding.
and their fans can eat it because
Yeah.
they don't want it either.
Absolutely. All right, next question. Will OU overtake Texas in the series win total in your lifetime? We are currently 65, 51, and 5, 14 games behind them. Will we overtake them?
It's a gap.
We were a lot closer before the Brent Venables era,
Yeah, because we lost 3 or 4.
3 or 4. I'll say yes.
I think we could. Yeah.
I think we will.
I think
mean,
we
we've
need
had
about.
stretches
I think we need
5 in a
40. I
row.
think we need
We're way
40
ahead
years
of
to do
them. Like
World War II
since World War II, we're
Oh,
ahead of them.
dominated.
We
I think we need 40 years to do it.
Another 2000,
30 to 40 years.
another
do it.
2-decade run, right?
That's
Like we
reasonable.
had, yeah.
It's just another 2-decade run gets you pretty close. I mean,
Yeah,
basically
you
a
win
Bob
7
Stoops,
out of 10.
a Bob Stoops era gets you
Yeah.
pretty close.
Right.
You win 7 out of 10, 2 decades.
Yeah.
You
That-
got it.
That's 14
Yeah.
to 6. So
We need
8 game.
we need Steve
Yeah.
Sarkisian to die or go to the NFL.
So you need 30 years with that type of
Probably.
performance.
Yeah.
How about that? How
Yeah.
frustrating is that? All right. What team, last question.
Okay. Thank God.
What team would you choose to be a fan of if not OU?
Oh, I hate that. My kids ask me this question all the time, and I hate it because I have no idea. They ask me, "Who's my second favorite team?" I say, "I don't
The OU
have one.
practice
I
squad.
do not have a second favorite team. I don't like anyone else." Oh, because you have to remove so many factors.
Yeah.
I
Yep.
can't. You got to remove where you're from. You got to remove roots. Like as a neutral fan,
Maybe sort of. I don't know, not necessarily.
I would love.
I don't remove those things.
I think it would have to be a blue blood for me
100%.
to root for another.
I have mine.
It sounds disgusting. I'm gonna
No
be
matter what,
honest.
it's going to sound disgusting.
I would like to be an Ohio State fan
Ooh.
if I wasn't an OU fan.
Really?
Yeah.
That is gross.
It's so gross.
I've seen a lot of stuff, and that's gross.
It's really nasty.
He works
Do
in
not-
surgery.
Yeah,
Not
exactly.
like that. Don't check my Google. That's gross.
Their uniforms are incredible.
Yep.
Great culture.
All the stupid
I don't know about the
stickers.
coaches.
All those dumb Buckeyes on the back.
It's more about their jerseys.
Showed up
and
for,
stuff.
showed up for class. Buckeye sticker.
They're the only team I'll give them a pass. I think that's like a
Did your
part-
ABCs? Buckeye sticker.
Hell yeah, give it to them, man. A lot of those guys can't spell their name. Like,
All right. I'm
All
gonna
right,
throw this
yeah,
out.
Ohio
I'm
State.
gonna throw this out.
I feel dirty.
All of
North-
them dirty. They're all
I
dirty.
don't like it.
They're all gross.
Here's some clues.
Don't say North Texas.
Northeast Coast
Maine, the Bears.
electric pregame or
Virginia Tech.
yes. I could be a Virginia Tech fan.
God, that tracks.
That's
That tracks hard. And that's
yeah.
really bad.
that's different
But
gross.
I don't like any other. I like you said, I
Yeah.
can't come up with anybody.
Go get a skin graft on your face.
I could maybe
Good lord.
get on board with that.
What do you got, Lucas?
I'm looking,
He's an Oklahoma State fan in
I'm
the
looking for
past.
college football teams.
He's an Oklahoma State fan in the past. He's not allowed to answer this question.
You're not
Right.
aware of college football.
Douchebag.
teams.
You're gonna be so lame in this. It's gonna piss me off. This is gonna really piss me off. USC.
I don't care about football there.
But you could. Miami.
Why is this such a hard question?
Lucas would be a good.
It's-
Lucas would be like a good Nebraska fan.
No, but seriously, why
He
is
would be a good
I'll tell you a
Nebraska
team,
fan.
if I was born in the
really
Oh,
state,
he'd be such a Nebraska fan.
if I was born in the state, I think I'd be a hardcore Iowa Hawkeye fan.
That tracks as well.
I don't know why.
I could see that.
They
I just
feel
think
very
that-
I
Oklahoma.
think
Yeah.
those guys are super loyal.
well of the two choices?
Yeah, between Iowa and Iowa State.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
I would choose Iowa State. That's very
choose
Kansas
Iowa
State of
State?
you, though.
I would choose Iowa.
I would choose Iowa.
No, I would choose Iowa.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. I meant just if you're choosing between Iowa and Iowa.
We've got a
State.
heritage. We got Uncle Dwayne was a huge Iowa fan, so
Yes.
Iowa would be. Would
I think they've got a good, solid fan base, and they really haven't amounted to anything in the last since in my lifetime. I mean, they've had a couple Rose Bowls, maybe,
Right.
But
right.
I don't know.
How is
Yeah.
that relevant?
I like the uniforms. The helmets are cool.
Yeah.
They're all white.
They're all white.
Oh God.
All
All right, I'll tell you mine.
They've had a consistent head coach for 26 years.
And before that, they're all look back
And
to
they should
Hayden
have
Fry.
fired him a long time ago.
All
Give us some hints. I want to guess yours.
right. Any guesses before I give hints?
I can tell you who it is not.
All right. Who is it not?
Not Texas, and
Yeah.
it's not Texas A&M.
Okay.
Because
I-
those would be the two that I would.
All right. I'll
Be
tell
like,
you
well,
this.
the opposite.
I would be
tell
like
you
a
this.
Purdue fan. I would be.
I'll tell you this.
I would light
I got
myself
it.
on
I
fire.
got it figured out.
No, let me tell you something.
tell you
In
this.
defense of who is not, but in defense of Texas, I've always looked at it as I respect Nebraska. I respect Texas. I don't respect Oklahoma State. I could never have been an Oklahoma State fan. I could have been a Texas fan.
See if
If I had grown
I
up in
want to. I want to
Austin,
change mine, but
I could have
think
been a Texas fan. And I'm not saying Texas,
I
but I could have been a Texas fan.
I think I have it. Yeah.
All right.
Notre Dame.
Notre Dame.
Notre Dame. Notre Dame. Notre Dame. So Catholic.
Catholic, number one.
It's
It's a very
traditional.
It's blue blood.
It's a blue blood.
Yep.
They've got the history. They've got like
Touchdown Jesus.
they are like purity in college football, which I
They're-
criticize them about it a lot.
Lou Holtz days.
No, but
Ryan Kelly killing people.
Weiss.
so I would have been frustrated during those years, but they are more everything that I kind of like about football
Yeah.
and would like about
I debated
football.
that.
It's
one.
pure.
I
That
wouldn't
would
wanna
be
go
a
to
close-
church, so
pretty
I'm out
pure.
of
That would be a
No,
close-
see,
you
That's
have
awesome.
to go to church to be there.
No, see, one of our listeners is a long time.
Have you ever
friend.
been there?
Nope.
You would like the atmosphere. It is really cool.
So one of our buddies, John, there was several years ago. I forget who we lost to, but it was a smaller team. or we were watching a team like a Boise beat someone big time. And he was like, man, how amazing would it be to be a fan of this team? Because we're used to winning football games.
Right.
So when you have a team that comes up and it's just like, holy crap, we're actually good. Like we're
Right.
winning games. How exciting would that be? That kind of went into my process of Virginia Tech. Like if you got a couple generational players, like when they had Michael
Mhm.
Vick in like
Yeah.
99 or something,
Yeah.
like how excited as a fan base for you to be like, oh my gosh, we're actually good enough
We can play with the
to
big boys.
win a
Boise
national
beats
title.
Oklahoma.
Oh, I was rooting for them when they played Florida State. Yeah,
Yeah,
Yes,
absolutely.
but like that excitement level, not that we wouldn't be excited this year or any other year,
Sure.
but we're accustomed to it as a culture
Right.
at our university. But to be a school like that and to rise to
Yeah,
that level has
right.
got to be
Like
euphoric.
what Indiana's feeling right now.
Yes,
India-
Indiana fans have to be euphoric,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I mean, even
Can they
even
sustain it?
Vandy.
Is the
Yeah,
question.
Vandy, yeah.
which,
Vandy.
I mean, for the
And can they sustain
the
it?
7 fans they have, but like, yeah, I bet those 7 people are very happy. I
Well,
mean,
this is the kind of thing for Vandy and Indiana that it's either you build upon this or you let
you're
it
done.
go. What are you going to
could be
do?
TCU.
Yeah, it could be TCU. What are you going to do?
Yeah,
Are you going
same
to let
thing.
it go? And TCU was a team. I mean, you look back at the last decade plus, and they're competitive.
Well, even the
Respectful.
Tomlinson years, they were good.
Yes,
I mean, the last 20
everything
years,
since
they've been
2005,
they've been pretty
they've been
successful.
really successful.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
They
they've
just
let
hung
things
in there.
slip
Gary Patterson.
away. Yeah, they just
Another
like
longtime
couldn't
coach.
figure out how to do it.
I mean, he was there from 03-ish, maybe.
Mhm.
I don't know when he took over because he beat us in 05.
Right?
And then he just left, what, 3 years ago?
No.
4 years,
Four?
4 or 5 years
Got
ago.
fired.
Who did TCU beat to make it to the national title? Was it
Michigan.
Georgia? Oh, they beat Michigan.
It was a crazy game.
That's right, Michigan.
That game was insane.
Like as a fan base, you must be just
Yeah.
on. It must
But
feel
like with a team like TCU, you've got opportunities to just capitalize. When NIL rolls in, you're like, this is
SMU.
this is what we should be doing. Like this is where we could make a difference in terms of like getting us over the hump. And it hasn't happened. So I don't know.
Good question.
All right, next
Too many
question.
questions. Good question.
I
Give
like
us-
them. I like
Give
them.
us some trivia.
Trivia question. And I had statistician Nolan do this.
47.2.
We'll see how
Stat
this
boy.
goes. It was since 2000, what is OU's record coming off a bye? And he's got it calculated to 33 games. Because there's some years when we had one bye. And then the last, I don't know, 6 or 8 years we've had 2. Now we didn't count the COVID year because things were all jacked up that year.
So you're saying there's 33 games
33 games.
since
Coming off a
2000
bye,
where we've
since
come off of a
2000.
bye.
What's our record?
What's our record?
What's our
33
record?
games.
29-4.
I'll say 25-8.
I'm closer to him.
Anyway,
I would say, 29-4 is pretty good. Would you say 23?
25-8.
25-8. I'm between the two. I'll say 27-8.
24-9.
No, wait, is that right?
27.
27-6.
24-9.
24-9.
What he's come up with. I can't testify the validity of these, but
We'll try to verify
that's
that.
what our
24-9
stats
is
come up with.
crazy.
Well, a lot of those
I mean, the
would be
last
Texas, right?
Yeah.
2 years. I mean, the last Brent since he's been here. When you go 6-6, 2 of those years, that really
Yeah, that hurt.
hurts because you might have had 4 losses in there, just in those 2 years.
Huh. Since
But I don't know.
2000.
I'm just basing.
It's interesting that that's worse than our post Texas record.
Right.
Yeah, because we went over that or 2 months ago.
Because you would think you would be
That one was outrageous.
considerably less prepared post Texas than you
Then
would coming out of a bye.
Coming out of a bye. Other than the fact that some of those were buys after Texas,
Correct.
and then you get
But
the
that hasn't happened
Duke's
for
record
any of
was
them. We
like-
don't have losses. We don't have.
What-
Well,
Duke's like
our back-to-back
13-1 or something like that.
losses are like really that record's really strong as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like coming off a loss, we're really decent. Yeah,
To last couple
excluding
Yeah.
the Venables there.
Yeah.
So that was a trivia question.
Interesting trivia question.
Good.
Very,
Jay-
very
Jay
good.
missed it by a game. That's pretty good.
Very good, Jay. Very good.
It's okay.
All right. Well, let's lock it down and let's go to the locks of the week.
The realest deal, locks of the week.
So locks of the week.
Getting buried.
Let's update us. 0-3 for me last week. One of those games, stupid backdoor cover was close. The other two weren't, so I can't really gripe and complain too much. Connor 1-2, Lucas 1-2, Jay 1-2, listener 0-3. Last week sucked.
Vandy screwed me by half point.
They did. You guys,
Georgia
Tech. Georgia Tech.
Georgia really screwed you.
Georgia
Georgia
kneeling
screwed
it
you a
at the
lot.
half-yard line.
Georgia screwed
Wow.
me bad.
And I almost gave you the win, but I didn't. I am 13-17. Connor's 11-18-1. On the plus side, Lucas is 16-14. Jay is 17-13. As a team, we're 57-62-1. This week, we turn it around. I'm telling you, this is the week. I redid the math. This is the week. The listener, 9-21. Listeners, help us out.
That's
Quit
crazy.
being garbage.
What is the-
that is
great.
What is with our listeners?
Last year? Didn't they go like
They went really
54%
well.
or
If
something?
you faded
Well-
the listeners right now, you are rolling.
The listeners faded me last year, and so that's why they were so good. But who's our listener this week?
We have a pair of listeners this
Oh
week.
my
for the first time ever.
Oh, a
And
team effort.
They came up with a consensus of 3
Oh
games.
God. I bet
Are
this
they-
is
are they brothers?
great.
Nope.
Oh.
This is Mike and Carrie, co-workers. Connor grew up.
Is that Carrie with a C?
with a K?
Oh,
Okay.
Carrie. Nice.
Carrie, yep.
Yeah. Okay.
So Mike is an avid listener. He's a YouTube commenter.
Okay.
Subscriber,
He
hopefully.
comments like, "Hey, why is Jay asleep?" He posts that on the YouTube page.
Yeah.
So
Wake
he-
up. Why is Jay asleep? I mean, come
He's
on,
one of the
Jesus.
people that really pushed me towards going to video.
Nice.
He's been for years. How come you guys haven't done
Hi.
video?
I,
Because
Hey,
we
man.
have faces for video.
So
well,
I'm
yeah.
okay
their
with that.
picks:
I'm really okay with that.
Indiana minus 15.5
Indiana.
against Penn State.
Oh my gosh.
Is it 15 and a half? He gets 14 and a half.
Does he get 14.5?
I think he is 14.5.
No, this says 15.5.
No, it's
What's the
15 and a
update?
half.
What's the updated line?
Updated line is 14, isn't it?
I think it's 14 and a half.
Look it up. Double
He's
check.
locking it at 15.
Double check.
He locked it at 15.
Yeah, but
We'll give him
You
the
gotta
credit.
give him a better
Give him
number.
a
Yeah,
bit
if we get a
better
better
number.
number, we get a better number.
Well,
Is it not
still
14 and a
found
half
better
on
number.
here?
No, it says 15.5 on there. I'm trying to.
Sorry, Mike. I'm just saying, man.
Wow.
I'm struggling over here too, bro.
Mike, we got a hater.
Yeah,
It
I'm
is
stuck in
15
a
and a half.
lot.
It is 15 and a half. on
Well,
it.
wait.
It's 14.5 current.
14.5 is the number.
All right, we'll give him 14.5.
I hope he's right because Penn State wins outright.
They've got BYU plus 10.5.
Oh,
against
really?
Texas Tech.
Come on.
And Vandy minus 6.5 against, that's the current line, against Auburn. That's the current line. Our first ever tandem guest pickers.
So they got one upset with BYU getting 10.5, which is telling. How many times do you get a 7 versus 8?
Is it an upset
And there's
though if
a
they lose by
10
8
and a
and they
half
cover?
point line? That's incredible. So 14.5 and 6.5. Well, here's what I've got. I've got Memphis giving 5.5 to Tulane. I've got Notre Dame giving 25.5 to Navy.
Whew.
And I've got Clemson giving 2.5 to Florida State. Now, I'll say this. If those go the other way, every one of them, I'll be very happy. But those are my locks. Connor, what do you got?
I'm gonna switch mine up a little bit from what you said, or from what I sent you. I've got SMU giving 10.5 against Boston College. I'm also gonna take BYU. I think I have them getting 10.
10.5.
Okay, 10.5 against,
Texas Tech.
Texas
They still play Texas Tech.
and then I've got Oregon giving 6 against Iowa.
6? You got 6?
I got
I
6.
see 5.5.
I see 6.5.
I got 5.5 on the sheet.
So you got 6
I got 6 on
against.
Vegas Insider.
Oh wait, Oregon 6
Laughing.
minus 6 against who?
Iowa.
Iowa. You're right. Iowa.
My second favorite team in the alternate universe.
Wow. Ouch. Lucas, he's attacked you directly.
I have TCU minus 6.5 against Iowa State. Texas A&M minus 6.5 at Missouri. And I've got Vandy minus 6.5 against Auburn. They don't have a
Agreeing
quarterback
with the
at all
listener.
on campus.
So, for OU's sake, before we get to Jay's, I hope you are wrong in 2 of those. I'd like to see Missouri win outright and Auburn win outright. Jay, what do you got? Wouldn't you agree? For
Yeah,
OU sake, yeah.
Yeah.
Jay, what do you got?
I have Houston -1.5 versus UCF. Bama -10.5 versus LSU. And Indiana -14.5 Penn State.
So I'm close on the Indiana too. I like that too.
Penn State's they
That's
gave
good,
it their all the first half last week.
right?
They're gonna cash it.
It's really hard to see Indiana not covering that line. But
Very much.
weird things happens. But I mean,
maybe their head gets big and they don't focus.
maybe so.
I don't
Maybe
know.
so.
Like we're number 2.
Indiana doesn't
playoff
seem to
thing.
have that.
Nettie has that thing.
Yeah,
I agree. I'm just playing devil's.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
because-
I would like to see it too. Well, let's conclude with, well, we may have some concluding
I don't
thoughts,
like
but
picking against teams that don't have coaches, and it's easy to do this year.
yeah, there's
a
lots
lot.
of
It's a lot of
teams
teams that
without
don't have
coaches,
coaches.
without people that enter the season as their head
Yeah.
coach. Do we have a prop bet of the week?
I believe we decided on how many losses will there be in the top 10?
Yeah. No, wins.
How many wins in the top 10?
Yeah, wins in the, yeah, you're right, losses.
Losses.
Upset,
Yeah, how many top 10
upset,
teams?
How many
Yeah.
upsets going to be in the top 10? Now, one of them is
yeah, losses.
losses. Now, one of them is a top 10 matchup, right?
Mhm.
Second,
BYU.
Yeah.
So that's guaranteed one.
Which is a wild top 10 matchup.
So we will go with 2.5 is the line. Will there be 2 other upsets in the top 10?
I'm taking the under.
Agreed. Not a chaotic weekend. Next weekend is chaos.
I'll take the under. I think there will be a second loss.
It's tough to get 3. It's really tough to get 3. It's a chaotic week.
That's next week.
You know, Ed, I looked, crystal ball. I'm gonna take the over. It's over 2.5. Losses in the top 10. Now, one of them's automatic. You got BYU and Texas Tech. That's an automatic loss. 7 versus 8.
So you got Georgia.
Georgia could lose. Oregon could lose.
Indiana could lose.
Indiana could lose.
That would be pretty shocking.
Bama could lose.
Bama could lose.
Yep.
I'm gonna take the
Or
over.
Oregon could lose. You say
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
So
So I'm gonna take the over. Now, that said, Connor is 6-4. He's leading the way in prop bets of the week. Jay is 5-5. Lucas and I are 4-6. So
Is there a chance Navy beats Notre Dame?
okay. So I want to talk about that. My
That's
Hopefully.
one.
Bizarro World,
Hopefully.
hopefully,
Yeah.
my Bizarro World favorite team. I think it could happen.
Yeah,
Because
the style of football.
now Navy
But they're used to the triple
sucks.
option, though.
Navy sucks right now. Navy sucks.
They
so
play
bad.
triple option every year.
Navy's the best armed forces.
Navy
team.
6-2 right now.
They're not good. They're not good.
Okay.
And yet
I think we had the same conversation.
they're
last
gonna
year.
beat Notre Dame.
Oh, sorry. Navy is
No, Navy's not in 6-2.
7-1,
Yeah, they're
Navy's
7.
Navy's not bad.
Yeah,
but they suck.
they suck.
According to you,
They suck.
7-1 Navy suck.
They're not good. Look
I
at their
like-
schedule.
I like
Look at those
the-
7 victories. Look at those 7
Their
victories.
loss is to North Texas 31-17 last week.
Yeah. Going into that,
Against a really good North
they
Texas.
beat nobody.
Really
Very good offense.
Really good.
They beat UAB
Yeah.
by 14, beat Tulsa by 19,
Oh.
Be a North Texas fan.
Rice by 8, Air Force by 3.
They beat a food by 8.
They beat Temple
Oh, did they beat Temple?
by 1,
By 1 point.
Man, how many we beat by?
32-31.
44.
No, it could be a North Texas
FAU 32.
just because it's close.
Yeah.
I could go all the games.
You better go all the games.
And they made a movie better.
And they got a brand new stadium. Well,
I
not
like
brand new,
Scott
it's like
Bakula.
6 or 7.
That wasn't North Texas. That was Texas State.
Yeah, but they were green and it's North Texas.
It was sort of the combination
Yeah.
too. Texas State wasn't the team, and they had Kathy Ireland,
Kathy Ireland's
and
the
she
kicker.
was kicker.
Yes.
She was so good.
I know.
She was so good.
Her run up to the ball didn't look realistic, but
I liked her dialogue. I would love it if Navy would beat Notre Dame.
I would love all the shake up. I mean, shake it all up.
That would be fantastic.
Put it in the
If
blender.
we are
Put it in a
coming
blender
back-
and we end up at like number 9
If-
or 8.
Oh my God! If we're coming back with a midweek pod, now that's scary, actually. So
you
if,
got potential game day in Tuscaloosa if there's some shake up.
if you want, like, let's bring it all together, make or break. Give a shakeup now, and put OU when Tuesday rolls around and OU is in that top 10 in the playoff because of shakeups and all kinds of chaos.
That's next week.
And all of a sudden we're looking at that. That's going to be a hell of a pod leading into a hell of a game in Tuscaloosa. It's all on the line at that point.
It's all online. It's all online already.
It is all on the line. We
I mean, you gotta win.
You got to win.
You gotta win.
And that's something I take comfort with. Let's conclude
That's
with
it.
that. I take comfort with the fact that if we know we have to win,
Control our destiny.
otherwise other teams, they're like, well, if we win, we're in. If we lose, it's okay. We know we don't have a luxury. They like when they're sitting around there, we got to win.
Yeah.
So the motivation is there. Everybody is on the same page.
That's all you can ask for at this point is control your own destiny.
Yeah.
You win the next 3 you're in. There's
No doubt.
virtually no way you're not in.
And you might even be lucky enough to save yourself a conference championship game and not have to go.
Yeah, it might be
You
the
get to go
best
watch-
of both
Right, you
worlds.
Get to go watch the conference championship game, rest up. You may drop a seed or two.
I mean, if
You may
if you win the next three and you're not,
That's
you're
Peter
10-2 in this conference and you don't play in the conference championship,
You're blessed.
you're hosting a
You're
game.
blessed.
You're between 5 and
Yeah,
8.
you're playing a game that you don't
So,
need to
okay,
play.
let me ask
We're gonna be
You're
hosting
not playing a
Steve's.
game.
We're gonna be hosting Steve's crazy world favorite
Oh my
team.
God, if we host Notre Dame,
Oklahoma Notre Dame.
Can you imagine?
Prime time on December 19th.
can you imagine
And-
that
Also, you get the
matchup?
5
You
seed.
guys will be dragging
and
me to
host
that game.
Memphis.
Two coaches that took over at the same time, right?
Let's get the 5 seed and
Yeah.
host Memphis. I'm
No,
down
I don't
with
want to play Memphis.
No.
No, dude.
that. They're like, "Oh, they're like, I'm
No.
gonna play it."
No,
You-
No.
No,
I'll take Memphis.
I'll take
I'll take Memphis.
no,
no,
no.
no. I'm
No,
with Jay on
no,
this.
no,
Okay,
no.
I am with Jay on this one.
Wow.
Okay, how about
way.
this? I'll take Virginia. Sign me up,
Okay.
OU Virginia.
No.
Okay, that's good. We need
Better
a
than-
warm up before we really
Morris comes
get
home.
into it.
We've been in this
That'd be
spot.
crazy.
We played
Crazy.
He's
too many
played foreign
times.
school dudes here.
Too many times have we've been in bowl games against a team that
But it's not a bowl game.
is
It's
a bowl game.
it's a playoff game.
you don't want to play
We're talking
Memphis.
playoffs.
We just talked about Memphis isn't going to win 3 or 4 games. They can win 1. It
Not
is
against the Oklahoma
Super Bowl.
Sooners.
Yes, it is everything in the history of their program.
Yeah, it's gonna be cute. When R.
It's
Mason
not-
Thomas rips their dreams out of their hands and runs into the end zone
No.
for a touchdown.
No, it'll be annoying when it's some matchup like OU against an old like Texas Tech, like an old Big 12.
Oh
foe.
God.
Yeah,
Oh.
a team we've seen.
They're like, oh, they're gonna make us relive 08. They're gonna hype it up to 08.
Good.
It's gonna be like
Good. We're gonna
go back
jump
through the
around.
freaking-
We're gonna jump around on their asses.
Oh, dude,
Let's do it.
I'll relive it as a.
Or BYU.
I'll relive it 20
We'll
years
take
later, 15
tortillas
years
with it.
later.
Hey,
We'll throw
I'll
our
take
own
playoffs
tortillas.
at this point. I'll take playoffs.
Any playoff
Yeah,
against any team.
absolutely. Absolutely. All of those things.
Thanks for joining us, guys.
Yep. Until next time, Boomer.
Sooner.
Sooner.